Hello everyone, this is Shakeela. Today I am going to talk on coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation is also known as CV. Coefficient of variation, it is the ratio of the standard deviation to the mean. It is also known as relative standard deviation. It is often expressed as percentage. There are some formulas of coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation for a population is CV is equals to standard deviation upon mu into 100%. CV for a sample means coefficient of variation for a sample is formula is CV is equals to standard deviation upon arithmetic mean into 100%. This is the example of coefficient of variation. Suppose the research wanted to know whether there was more variability in personality in comparison to intelligence. Mean extroversion 50, IQ 100, standard deviation extroversion 10, IQ 15, CV 20.0, IQ 15.0. Second example is study under two different conditions, per test versus randomized. Per test 54.9, randomized 46.9, per test ST 12.1, randomized 10.8, per test coefficient of variation is 22.0 and randomized 23.0. These are some applications of coefficient of variation. It can help demonstrate when distributions are considered low variance and when they are considered high variance. In investment and finance, the coefficient of variation can be used to evaluate risk of bonds and stocks. This is useful when comparing measurement across multiple heterogeneous data sets. If we talk more uses or applications on coefficient of variation, the coefficient of variation is particularly useful when you want to compare results from two different surveys or tests that different measures or values. It is useful statistics for comparing the degree of variance from one data series to another, even if the mean are drastically different from one another. These are some limitations of coefficient of variation. It cannot be used on any data less than ration level. Second is, it is sensitive to arithmetic mean that are close to zero and should not be used if this is the case. Third is, it is sensitive to small changes to the mean and thus to small sample size. Number 4 is, comparing coefficient of variation between parameter using relative units can result in differences that may not be real. More about coefficient of variation is, coefficient of variation allow you to determine how much volatility means risk you are. Coefficient of variation is very important in statistics. Thank you.